Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lorenzo. Welcome back to a mission a day number 12. Stretch, that's 11, number 11. Today we are flying to Vol. Look, we are in our mission controller plugin here, and looking at this mission, it will pay me 85,000 credits to get a full sensor package. I'm so happy we managed to unlock that science. A full sensor package to an escape trajectory out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. That's all it cares about, but we want to get it to Vol for extra science and to discover the future of Kerbal kind. So we're going to select this mission and move ahead with the launch. First, going into the vehicle assembly building to show you what rocket I have come up with to do this. It's basically an improvement of the day before yesterday's rocket, the one that unfortunately ended up crashing into Joule. This one has a slightly bigger probe, again with the one science component. Still, everything is fairly small and on a weight budget. We used a different engine this time. I used the Rockomax 487S instead of the Ant engine. It has better efficiency, more thrust, and it is only slightly heavier. We have the new solar panels, a goo container and enough antennae for all the science transmittings. The upper stage is half a tank larger and the booster stage is about twice as large, so we should get a little bit of extra delta V, allowing us more maneuvers in the Julian system. This rocket here, it costs 57,000 krones. It would wipe out most of our budget, but then again, as soon as this leaves the Kerbin sphere of influence, we're getting 85,000 back. So, let me proceed to the launch pad and do the launch. Here we go, you know the drill. As long as nothing strange happens, this will be skipped and fast forwarded. So, see you in space or around Joule even. Well, as you can see here, it's not going very well with the mission. The rocket is fast heading for the ground and I cannot seem to control it. It started with a slight leering movement. I think this is due to the fact that I got the strong non-vectoring engines. The probe core doesn't have much reaction wheel power, and there basically is no way to control this rocket. Fortunately, it's unmanned, so there will be no casualties, but there will be no going out of the Kerbal system today, I'm afraid. So, this has been a monumental failure, the first of its kind really in the space program. We didn't get any science, we only wasted the money. So we're not going to revert, we're going to go to the Space Center. And in lieu of a mission today, I will talk you through some design considerations to fix this rocket. So if we go to the vehicle assembly building, obviously what we have to do is add some control surfaces. And the problem here is now we don't have enough money anymore to launch it. So I'm going to modify this rocket and then I might make a different one for the next mission that will be just sufficient to put a probe out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. That should be a lot cheaper than sending it all the way to Joule. Now we have two options really to add control to this rocket. We can add winglets that are basically wings that can steer, or we can add a reaction wheel, the advanced stabilizer. We can just add a reaction wheel. For instance, we could add it here above the bicoupler. If we do it here, put the reaction wheel, that should give the rocket enough torque to be able to steer. And if we have a look, the reaction wheel costs 500 and masses 0.3 tons. The aerodynamic things, they cost a lot less. We will need about 4 of them. I am going to go with the reaction wheel because that will work in space as well. This costs slightly more, few hundred credits more, and it's about 0.1 ton heavier, but as we put it here, we will not be bringing it on the final stage. so the weight penalty will be minimal, because we're not bringing it that far. We only need it for the ascent stage, and we don't need it for anything else. So we're going to save this rocket and save it for another day. I'm going to name that later. I'm not going to name it Val, because this is the probe that can go to Val. And tomorrow there probably won't be a video. It's a little bit difficult because I'll be out of commission for a week and just starting my new job, and my girlfriend is visiting, so not a lot of time for making movies. But I'm recording a little bit into the future, so it's hard for me to predict when the movies will stop coming. But count on a week of no service. This video I think is slated for a Sunday release. Next Monday there will for sure be a video again. In the meantime, if you are itching for a YouTube fix, have a look at my featured channels. There's Jay Cheetah, he's doing a ambitious Kerbal exploration project. Or have a look at Copenhagen Suborbitals. They're real life Danish amateur rocket scientists, and they're about to put a man into space. Very impressive stuff. Those are in my featured channels as well. Have fun with that. Hope to see you back in a week. Hope you're not too disappointed with the failure of today. I know it was a little bit disappointing for me. I was expecting to scout out Val, but hey, these things happen. Fortunately, it was an unmanned launch. And as always, if you did like the video, if you do like the series, press like, hit subscribe. Those are the best ways to help me out. I always like seeing those little messages that people are enjoying the show. And I'll be seeing you guys next week. Have a nice day. Goodbye.